Hi kindergarten families. I'm going to make some videos for you to show you how to administer the assessment. I roped my daughter Magdalena into becoming a kindergartner again.
Hi guys.
She's going to be the student for this assessment. I'm going to start with the language arts assessments. On my version, it will be color-coded so that you can see those language arts pieces, just like the previous video and directions I shared with you. I'm going to start off by giving the student response sheet to my kindergartner, and then I'm going to have the parent response sheet in front of me. Then I'm going to ask her to do each of the language arts day 1 subtests. So Maggie, will you please read the letters in the first row for these uppercase letters?
Q, W, E, R, T, Y, U, I, O.
All right, and then if she would have missed any, I would have circled the ones that she missed there and on my sheet. You, of course, would do the whole entire section, but because of time, we're going to have her just do the first row. Now we're going to have her read the first row of the lowercase letters. I am going to ask her to miss one on purpose so that you can see what I do. So Maggie, can you please read the lowercase letters for me?
M, N, B, V, W, X, Z, L, K.
So if your child does miss one, you'll just circle it, and then you will circle the corresponding letter on your parent response sheet. For the final piece of the language arts assessment day 1 will be the letter sounds. So you'll give your child the student response sheet, and you're going to ask them to say the sounds of each letter, not the names. Maggie, can you please say the sounds of the first row?
M, N, B, V, S, X, Z, L, K.
As you can see, Maggie gave the soft C sound S for this, but in kindergarten we asked for the hard C sound K. So that would be circled and marked on your sheet that it was incorrect. On our PowerSchool Learning page, there will be a video for you to listen to each of those sounds if you need to. Now we're going to move on to day 2 of the language arts assessment, still coded in pink. Day 2 will have the beginning, middle, and end sounds and the CVC words to read. So Maggie, tell me the first sound of each word. What's the first sound of dog?
D,
What's the first sound of jam?
J,
What's the first sound of net?
N,
Then you would move on to middle sounds. Maggie, what's the middle sound of hat?
A,
What's the middle sound of pig?
I,
And then finally the last sound. What's the middle sound of bus? Or excuse me, the last sound of bus?
S,
And the last sound of pen.
N.
So you could see she got all of those correct, so I would not need to mark anything on the parent response form. The last part of day 2 is reading CVC words. There are 2 ways Maggie can read these words. She can read them as the total word, ham, or she can sound them out and blend them at the end. She's going to show you both ways to read these words.
Ham, sit, pot, gum, hen. Ham, s, it, sit, pot, gum, and hen.
As you can see, she got them correct both times, so you would not need to write anything on the student or the parent response form. Finally, day 3 are the two subtests of segmenting and blending. So Maggie, for the segmenting, I want you to tell me the sounds in these words. What are the sounds in cut? What are the sounds in dig? Now, if your child chooses to give you just two sounds, like a word family sound, like op, that would be incorrect. Maggie will do fan for you using word chunks to show you what segmenting does not sound like. Maggie, what is fan segmented?
And.
Because she only used two chunks, and I would circle it as incorrect, and then circle that same picture on my parent response sheet. Finally, for the blending section, you will need to use the parent response sheet to know which words you're going to ask Maggie to blend. So Maggie, I am going to give you sounds, and I would like you to blend them to make a word. What word is this? K, at,
Cat.
s,
Sun.
w, ig.
Wig.
Because she got them all correct, I don't need to circle any parts. Those are the 3 days of language arts assessment. Hopefully that helps you administer it to your child. And again, I'd like to take the time to thank you for all of your help, and God bless.